Welcome to Knightline Live. It's Monday night, 7 o'clock, and Knightline Live is brought to you by Astro Industries out of Lynn. If you're looking to change a profession or just start new, or you're just getting out of school and you're looking for a job, call our friends up at Astro Industries in Lynn, and maybe they can help out. I'm Jerry Middleton, and with me as usual is Rick Fletcher. And Rick, tonight, I can tell the train is going to wreck.
Well, we've got some young ladies here, and it's always exciting. We got to say this, Jerry. Whenever we have like either girls basketball, volleyball, softball, I mean, our ratings go right through the roof. And I don't know why that is, but they're always very entertaining. And tonight I can see the young ladies in the green room now. They're getting their dinner. They're eating their dinner right now that we brought to them, catered by whomever caters that. And so, it's going to be fun. All right. It is hard to believe. We're talking basketball already.
It is hard to believe.
I guess that means that we're turning the season's over now. We're going we'll have a little bit of a lull, but that lull will quickly go into a lot of action.
Oh, it'll get crazy. And before we get started, our basketball coaches, Cody Dudley and Mr. Kircher, can't think of his first name. Chad Kircher, are both police officers.
Yeah.
And today is National First Responder Day, so happy National First Responder Day, Chad and Cody.
All right, and this will be their third season.
Yes.
And so looking forward. They won the sectional last year. I think there's a little bit of buzz going on, Jerry, that there's some hope that maybe they can go a little further this year. We're going to ask the girls. We're going to put them right on the hot seat, okay?
And there's also, there could be a bird in the house, and that's all I want to say right now.
All right.
So you have to stay tuned and watch when we get to the bird in the house.
First, let's welcome our executive producer.
Yeah.
It's Joshua Singleton. I'm more nervous than he is because he's cool and calm. Look at him. He's just like, I've got this down. He's an 8th grader at Community Christian, so we'll put a little plug in there for that. But he's got it down. This is his second time. He learned last week, and now he's on his own. And so here he is, and we appreciate that, Josh. Like I told him before we started, if we make mistakes, never happened. We've never made a mistake, but what we do is we laugh about them later on because they're usually quite humorous. So,
well, speaking of mistakes, Colts, Bears, Bengals.
My goodness.
Okay, loss. Well,
let's talk about the Bears game first. Did you see what a way to lose a game? My goodness.
Well, that's why when you win all those games, you know you're going to get beat by some crazy play.
Yeah. Well, and the Bears, an improved team.
Oh, yes.
Looks like this year. There's a following in this area with the Bears. But my goodness gracious, hey, congratulations to Washington. They won the game, unconventional fashion. Quite opposite of the Colts, who were trying to put up the Hail Mary, but the quarterback got sacked. I don't know how you get sacked on a Hail Mary, Jerry.
The last play of the game, you just got to get rid of it.
Yeah, you just put it up. You're not trying to thread a needle. You're just trying to heave that thing and put it up in the air, high in the air. Yeah. So just like the guy for Jaden Daniels did for Washington, he just chucked that ball up there, got tipped, and there he is. Okay.
That would be like fouling someone 82 feet from the basket with 0.1 second to go.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, so the Colts lose. They had a chance to tie in the division. Now they're not. Yeah. And so you know the sports guys, sports radio, they're all, howling about that one. Bengals got beat by Philadelphia. Who knows what the Bengals they're a good team still, but, now they're under 500. Cleveland Browns beat the Ravens, so Jameis Winston started. It's probably a better option for him, in my opinion. But, so they win a game. And the most important thing was, Jerry, yesterday in the NFL, my New England Patriots beat the New York Jets. Okay? So we have dreams of playoffs at 2-6. That's where we're at right now. Dreams of playoffs.
You've just about doubled your output from last year, wasn't it?
Well, no, I think the Pats won 4 games last year, so we're not quite there. But here's what I'm going to say. I think they have their quarterback of the future. Of course, he got knocked out of the game because of concussion protocol, so who knows, what that happens. Once you get one, it's hard to stay off the injured reserve or the injured list. So, hey, they won the game. I was happy. So on we move.
You're just talking about from one end of the country to the other, which makes me think about cross country.
Well, cross country, they wrapped up their season at regional.
It was at Shelbyville.
Shelbyville now,
home of the Golden Bears.
So we've described this before, but cross country is a sport much like tennis. There's no class.
Yeah.
You get thrown into a regional with a bunch of bigger schools, and that's where you go. Okay,
Yeah.
And they went to Shelbyville. So let's congratulate the runners that went there, Dalton Justice and Zach Kirikoff. Did I say that correctly? Kirikoff. Excuse me, Zach. I'm sorry. They're 2 seniors, so they got to go in their senior year. And juniors Lucas Shamness and Gracie Green. Well, we know Gracie. We've been working with her all year up in the tower, up in the press box. So congratulations for getting there. It's a great accomplishment. It really is.
Well, anytime you advance past the sectional, whether it's a team or as an individual, it's a great accomplishment.
Yeah. Now the Knights traditionally have been a strong in the sectional, either winning the sectional or finishing as a team to go on, especially on the boys' side. Okay, now the girls, it hasn't been quite that way, but they've been picking up in the girls. The girls' cross country team has had enough runners
for a team,
right? And that's important because if you don't have enough for a team, you can go as individuals, but you can't score as a team.
Correct.
So cross country is also a sport where with regionals you go right. There's no semi-state. Okay, now correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry. They used to have a semi-state.
They used to have a semi-state, and they eliminated it. And I'm not quite sure what the thought process was behind that.
I'd be interested.
To me, I would think financially, you would want a semi-state.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't have a semi-state, but there's a lot with these cross-country meets because you've got a lot of teams coming in, and a lot of individuals coming in from teams that didn't go. A lot of coordination probably has to happen with these meets. So I don't know what the reason is. We're not in the meetings with the IHSAA and how they make these decisions. They have a committee, which we're not on. Yeah, we're not on. So
nor have we ever been asked to be on that committee,
and probably won't.
Never will.
I never. We're out here in just east of the state line almost, and so we're just barely in Indiana out here in the cornfields. But, so congratulations to the cross-country team. Really, well done. And Tyler, Coach Tyler said to me that Lucas Shamness is a junior. His goal for next year is to make it to the States. Okay? That'd be a good accomplishment.
Well, that's a great goal to set.
Yeah. Yeah, and all you got to do is run fast.
All you got to do is run fast.
Yeah, and when cross country, when you're trying to shave 30 seconds off your time, even a minute, that's a lot of time.
Back in my racing days, it was easy to shave 10, 15 seconds a lap.
Right.
But it's that last 1 second
Yeah.
that
The one you needed.
the one you need, and that's the one that takes forever.
Yeah. I mean, there's things you can do in cross country. Now, I'm old, so I don't run anymore. I used to run a lot of 10Ks back in the day.
yeah.
That's what we did. And I did it for fun mostly because they were enjoyable events. But you try to beat your time, and it's tough. A lot of training goes into this, and you really, and the winners of these state finals, they're going to finish 2 minutes ahead, 3. That's a big gap,
Huge
right there.
gap.
So that's the kind of gap you're trying to make up, and I don't know where, like, they take a young man like Lucas. I don't know what his gap was to qualify, but my guess is, it's going to take some work to get there.
Yep.
But he's a young man, get an opportunity, go out there and work, and you know what? Maybe you can make it happen. So, good luck to these guys, and congratulations to all the participants. What else we have on tap tonight? We didn't even we've been kind of scattered a little bit here, Jerry.
Well, we'll be wrapping up the football season after the girls basketball.
Yeah, we had sectional games, so we'll kind of go over in depth. We have interviews from that game. Disappointing end, but boy, it was a back and forth game.
Exciting game.
Yeah, it was. It was very exciting. We had our chances. But weren't able to capitalize. But we'll talk about that. So again, we alluded to this. We are in the turning of the seasons now.
Yes.
Okay? Football is over. Cross country is over. Tennis has been over. Cheerleaders aren't over though. They're moving on, and we'll talk. We have a little segment on them. We'll at least talk about that. And other than that, we're going to start tonight with girls basketball. Their season starts next week.
Next Tuesday. That's November the 5th. If that doesn't sound familiar,
we'll have election analysis at the same time.
Election analysis during the game.
Now, I can remember Jerry Kiesling when we first started. He was the athletic director. For those of you who don't remember, Jerry was around when we started this. One of his rules was you can't talk politics, and we don't talk politics. No. Okay, I don't know.
We might make some jokes about it. Either both ways.
Yeah, we're bipartisan in our joke telling.
Yeah.
But what we might do is we might break down the election a little bit. Who knows? We get some results. The girls' game will end probably around 9 or so, 8:30 or 9, and maybe we'll have some results. But we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's next Tuesday. We'll be on the air with the girls. I looked at their schedule. Their first 3 games, if I saw that correctly, are home games.
And then the following week, we have another girls' game on. Hopefully by that time, we'll have the Pennsylvania results.
Yeah.
I'm just putting one out there.
Well,
there's my zinger.
They do have a difficult time counting.
This seems to sometimes.
1 and 1 doesn't seem to add up to 2 sometimes. So I don't know what math they're teaching those guys over there, but eventually they get it, and hopefully it's right, and we move on.
Yeah.
So with all that, Jerry, I think it's time to go to our first batch.
Yeah, we're Greg here, and you're watching Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries. At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere, offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
We would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students, our youth group at LifeSpring Church that is just south of Northeastern on 27. We meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. You can grab some pizza or a snack from our cafe and then hang out with your friends until 7 p.m. We have basketball, dodgeball, gaga ball, and other activities for you to enjoy. At 7, our student band leads us in some worship through music, and we have a lesson from God's Word, the Bible. We then split into small groups based on grade and gender to apply what we have learned and pray with one another. After small group, students are invited to hang out until 9 p.m. when we close. LifeSpring Students is a great way to get to know God and meet some new friends. It is open for any student in grades 6 through 12, and we would love to invite you. Find out more at lifespring.tv/students.
KOA exit 151A, registration in the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin, relax at one of the fire pits, or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip.
Being aligned with the Better Homes and Gardens brand brings with it a unique approach to identifying, marketing, and servicing distinctive homes. We know that your experience while buying and selling your home is as important as the homes being bought and sold. That's why our affiliated agents are passionate about personalizing every part of your real estate experience to ensure that every moment is distinctive.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and Rick, they're here.
Wow. And we're glad they are.
And we're glad they are here, and it's great to have basketball starting. It seems like it's just...
From our trucks.
As tradition, all 4 years of our tradition, we have seniors.
Well, this is the best part of what we do. All right, we bring on the players. We try to bring on the seniors. And tonight we have Ariel Schuler. And I'm going to say Cammie Angie, but there's a discussion on Camille or Cammie, but we're going Cammie tonight. Is that all right, Cam? And then Ava Mikesell. Ladies, appreciate you coming. I know you just got out of practice, and you probably did a lot of running, and you haven't been to the powder room yet, but that's okay, right? So I was remarking before we went on air to all you guys, it's like, I can't believe you're seniors. It seems like you were all just freshmen just coming in, and now here you are, you're seniors. So Ariel, let's start with you. How does it feel being a senior now? You're the big dog, you know. You don't have to carry the spit bucket anymore, right? You can order them around. So how does it feel to be a senior and talk about that? Right there?
It's really sad, but like exciting at the same time because like we have such a big role in the team now. Like all of the memories and stuff. It's very sad knowing that it's our last year together and we get to spend it together. It's just a very sentimental moment.
Yeah. So you're not only as a senior, it's not just basketball. And basketball, when you do a sport, it takes quite a bit of time, but you got other things that you're preparing for too. So how do you mesh the two? You know, like you said, you want to go to college. How do you mesh all that stuff? And you want to keep your grades up, play basketball, preparing for basically life after high school. So how does Ariel do it?
I think like being like time management and like staying organized with my classwork, like putting my schoolwork before basketball, definitely, because it's stressful, like going straight to basketball after school and then having cramming a bunch of homework in after, like stressing yourself out, trying to get to bed at a decent time and then waking up and repeating. So I mean, just like kind of balancing out.
And
like,
you're in bed by 9 o'clock every
I really
night, right?
am. I really am.
All right, Cammie, now here you are. Again, kind of a similar question. You're a senior. What are your emotions as you head into your senior year? You've been with these guys, pretty much all your life, right? It's not only in school, but playing basketball. So what are your thoughts as you head into your senior year?
It doesn't really feel real. It doesn't seem like next year we're not going to be together playing basketball again. I think it'll hit.
Unless you all get drafted by the WNBA.
Okay.
Right?
I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe Ava.
Yeah,
maybe Ava.
So there's some emotions that
Yeah.
go with that. All right, so describe the best you can. Describe those emotions that you're feeling.
I think it's really sad. I think it's
Okay.
really sad that we're not going to be able to keep on playing like we would every other year. It's kind of stressful. I really want to do good. I want this season to go really well.
Yeah.
I don't really want. I'm hoping everything goes good and we don't have any issues.
So how do you take that sad emoji, okay, and turn it into success on the basketball court?
Turn it upside down.
Yeah.
I think we just use it as motivation to work harder and to try and get better and push everybody else so that we don't have to go home as soon as we did last year.
Yeah. Is there motivation to go as far as you can, as far as you think your team is? I mean, we're talented, all right?
Yeah.
We have a lot of talented players. A lot of times that doesn't translate on the court for various teams for various reasons, but is there motivation for you guys as senior to carry that and go further than you did last year?
I think so, because we felt all the pain of last year of losing our seniors
Yeah.
and going home so soon when we knew we could have went further. So I think that just makes us, we don't want to do it again, so we're just going to work even harder to not have it happen again.
All right. So Ava, man, again, you're the last of the Mike cells, all right? I made a remark to your mom the other night that she's going to finally graduate from high school, all right? Shauna Mike cells, because she's involved, as a parent, and, parents get involved. So you've been starting since you were a freshman. You never saw even 1 minute of JV. So, all right, now here you are as a senior. Give us, again, your thoughts and emotions as you head into your senior year. Do you feel, is there any extra pressure?
I feel like this is kind of a bittersweet moment. I've been playing with these girls since we were in elementary school, so it's definitely super sad to think about, when that last buzzer goes off and we're just, done. It's just going to be super sad. But at the same time, we became these wonderful humans and basketball players as well that going on from now, it's just taught us a lot and how to be successful.
What would you describe, what is going to be a successful season? If you can put it down into a term or a concept or something. I mean, obviously you'd love to go to the state championship, right? Everybody wants to go.
I'd say it comes down to team chemistry. I think we all, once we're on the same page and all have that same fight and are driven to win, not to let the same thing happen last year, I think it'll be great. But we just gotta all have that same idea and thought.
All right. Well, we'll address that here in a minute. But Jerry, I'm sure
you brought up a good point, Ava, about that you all have grown up to young women. What has basketball, I'm going to ask all three of you this, I'll start with Ava first. What has basketball done for you to help you in that process of growing into a responsible adult, contributing to the society, and Rick and mine's Social Security retirement?
Keep working, because we're going to be collecting soon.
We need it for a while, too.
I'd say there's a lot of factors in it. You got time management, responsibility. You look up to the girls in front of you and you realize, like, oh, I want to be like that. And you just have that, like, thought, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and then suddenly you realize you are that person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maturity throughout the years. I feel like that's the thing. Like, once you see set examples in front of you, you slowly realize that that's how you want to be. I remember being a freshman and looking up to the seniors and being like, wow, how do they get there? But over time, your body's change and your mind changes, and like you just end up becoming successful.
That's a great answer.
That is a tremendous
answer.
Yeah, top that one, Cammie. Wait till you get to you.
I can't do that.
Yeah. Is there anything else? To add to that? That was a great answer. I was very impressed with that.
She pretty much summed it up. It also, everything we've been through as together, as a team, it's really eye-opening to see, how something can, be taken away from you in a second, or, something so bittersweet can happen, we made it past sectionals, stuff like that. It just makes you, take in more than what you realize.
And the other thing that was mentioned is to show how things are final. When that last buzzer goes off and you go, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Final.
I'm going to bawl my eyes out.
Yeah,
I hope it's at home because we'll zoom in. No.
Well, the thing would be is don't let it be a loss. Let it be a win, and it can be in a grand place.
A good cry.
A good cry.
All right. Well, let's. Do you look back? You guys, your class is. I have to correct me if I'm wrong, Jerry, but we've broadcast we've been watching you on our live streams.
Yeah,
okay,
4 years,
and you're the first class. We're from freshmen, whether it be JV or varsity. We've seen at least your home games and a few away games. Is that? I don't know how to word this, but has that added to your experience, Ariel? Do you go home and watch it to see how did I do?
Yeah, I go. Yeah, watch film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch film, watch highlights, even together as a team, we watch film, we talk about the mistakes we made, what we did well, and what we can improve on, yeah.
All right, so I want you to critique Jerry right now. What does he need to improve on? I'm just kidding.
He's like, what?
Well, I can tell you, I need to get a more boom baby.
Yeah.
Not higher, it needs to be lower.
Well, we got to get some boom babies.
Yeah, we got to hit some threes to get that going.
So, Cammie, you're okay. I'm going to say this. You're a fiery player out there, okay? Mm-hmm. You get some fire, and you can see it, and you show it, okay? And to me, that's a good thing. So, is that rub off on your teammates, or is that just Cammie being Cammie? How describe how that fits into the game?
I think if I just get hype, the whole team gets hype.
Okay.
It depends on It depends on the mood. If I'm getting really hype and I'm hyping up all the other players and I'm yelling at them and I'm screaming in their face, and they get hype with me, and that just makes everybody else get hyped too.
Energy feeds off energy.
Energy feeds off energy. That's true. Now I told everybody to wait. We're going to talk to the bird, and the bird is here now.
All right.
Okay, but here's what I want to know. Now, after listening to this, they were talking about your shot. Looks like Larry Bird. I'm starting to think we got a little trash talk here too. It might be a little bird.
Just in practices. Just in the underclassroom.
Well, Cammie doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but you have shots.
I have shots
on occasion.
With a great
And-
shot.
I made one.
Yeah, okay, see, one. She's got one. I'll tell you, that's more than I've ever made in my career, okay? So
We did not have 3-point back then, Rick. Let's clarify
no,
that.
that still would have been more than, it didn't matter because I was not a basketball player. So is there, do you feel a sense of responsibility of leaving, I'll go to you, Ava, okay? Of leaving a legacy? Like, you're going to play some underclassmen this year. There'll be some, you know, like I said, you were a freshman, kind of looking up. Do you feel a sense of responsibility? Okay, now that you guys are seniors, you want to leave Northeastern basketball in a good place. Do you feel that responsibility?
Yeah, for sure. I say we set the example. I mean, a lot of those freshmen look up to us, and even if it's just like they don't know play or something, then they'll watch us. But even just how to be disciplined, yeah, they definitely look up to us. So.
Is there Ariel? Is there a responsibility as a senior to reach out to like the JV players? You know, you got some 8th graders turned to freshmen. You were there once, all right? It's kind of a scary stage, I would think, for these young girls. You know, is there a role that as a senior you play to bringing them into the fold?
I would say helping them keep a positive mindset. It's definitely like degrading being at the bottom of the totem pole, like being a freshman, having like, it's just difficult being in the underclassmen, but like I think like us helping them like stay positive and like cheering them on, like being like very helpful teammates is very positive for me.
Ava, when you come back here in 10 years, you come back, you go to a ball game one night, and you look up on those banners, and you see that sectional championship, you see a sectional championship, and hopefully this year, knock on wood, a regional championship. What's going to be your feeling when you walk back in and you see that and you go, wow, I did that, and look at previously to where we had to get to this point?
I think like the game's just gonna come back to my head and just like the memories and like the emotions, which obviously will be positive. But like I don't know, whenever we have great games or like even just winning sectionals last year, like I can still remember all of us being like so happy and noticing that our work paid off and that game was just a goal we had and we had met it. So looking back up at a banner and seeing that we have a day up there that we've been working forward to is like crazy. So
Kami, I want to ask you the same question that Ava just answered. All right, 10 years down the road, let's say we're fortunate enough to win sectionals, maybe go on further. Okay, nothing's guaranteed, all right, we understand that. So now you come back for the 10-year reunion of the state high school championship team. All right, now I'm not saying, that's what it is, but you got to have a goal, right? If you don't speak it, then you're never going to get there. What would it be like? Or have you even thought that far ahead?
No, not really.
Ah, okay.
I think it would be like happy memories, like thinking back and be like, you know how old people, never mind. Old people go like, oh, back in my day, I'm going to say that and I'm gonna be like, back in my day when we won this.
I wonder who she was talking to.
No, I wasn't talking about you guys.
Well, this has been Knightline Live.
Well, we will say back in my day, things were a little different.
Yes.
Right? You guys, I'm old enough to be your grandfather, okay? So if that tells you anything, so things were done a little differently. I remember when I was in high school, and I don't know if they did it in Indiana, it was 3-on-3 basketball for girls, defense and offense. Okay, they did that where I was at.
They did it in Iowa.
Yeah.
It was about the closest to here. They did that 3-on-3.
So that wasn't anything resembling what you guys play today. It was really kind of odd, honestly, but now it's all normal. All right, so how's our team going to be? Who wants to go? Ariel, since you're right next to me, who are we counting on this year for underclassmen?
For underclassmen, I'd say we have a couple bigs stepping up.
Okay.
We got Kinsey and Carrie. They're being very, very aggressive. Their work is definitely paying off, and you can tell. We got some point guards. We got Amaya. We have a lot.
That's Amaya
Davis. We have
okay.
a lot. We have a lot of our bench is very deep. Like if Cody needs help or we're in foul trouble, throw in an underclassman.
And those 3 young ladies are sophomores this year, so they played. Carrie played quite a bit of varsity last year, but she played some JV also. But the other two were mostly JV players, maybe a taste of varsity. So they'll be in the rotation somewhere, getting that rotational spot. What's the strength, Cammie? What's the strength of our team?
I would say our strive to compete. Our coach is like, in every practice, he's always like, you can come in here and you can work hard, but are you competing? He says that at every single practice, and I think it makes the girls try harder and really just go at each other.
Yeah. Ava, we've normally been tenacious defense, and is it anything going to change in that way this year?
I say our defense is it's good. I mean, we're just a very fast team with all of us guards and how quick we are. So, no, our defense is just going to get better, and we're just going to go at it.
Yeah. Addie Kircher's a junior this year, so she's one. There's another one who started as a freshman. And it's rare. Honestly, it's rare for freshmen to play a lot. You normally, coaches like to give them some time, some seasoning, that type of thing. So we've got two, you and Addie, who've been playing, varsity basketball. So who am I missing? Anybody? We want to give a plug to at least everybody. As best we can. So I think we've mentioned the core of our team here that's going to get us to that promised land. And any predictions? I don't want to put you on the spot, but maybe we shouldn't even ask that question. Season starts soon, though.
Next week.
Yeah, next week. Are you excited to get going?
Yes.
Oh, there
but
you
I don't
go.
want
Well,
to
technically, I'm saying it starts this week.
And
We have a
it's
scrimmage.
Good
Right.
schedule. And it's a good schedule this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Very competitive.
I think so. I'm impressed with the schedule. So, well, we're starting to run to back up to our time limit, but we always want to go into the questions of
What's next?
May will be here before you know it. Graduation's going to be here before you know it. You're going to be walking down the aisle, which will be brought to you by on the Unites Broadcasting Network. We'll have all the graduation and
Shameless plug. There.
Shameless, but anyway. So, what's your thoughts of what you want to do in life and any choice of a school and etc.?
I'm going to Ivy Tech for my college, and I'm going for radiology and hopefully ultrasound tech sonographer. So, yeah.
Cool.
So you've already got it nailed down.
Yeah, I have all
Right.
my prereqs done, so I basically just jump right into the READ program for
So
2
you
years.
got the next 40 years,
Well-
50 years of your life all planned
Yeah.
out.
And-
All right.
I
and-
do.
A lot of people say things about the schools and so forth, but isn't it great that you can get a lot of that stuff done here
Yes.
for little to no cost?
For free.
And then, because I know my son, when he went 2.5 years, he was out. And so he was a year and a half ahead into the job, which right now, very important at this point. So that's a big deal. So Northeastern does offer lots and lots of classes like that you can cut that out and save mom and dad lots and lots of money.
Yeah, that's important.
That's
the way.
important, by the way.
Yes.
Cammie, what about you?
I want to go for business because I don't really know exactly what I want, but business is so broad that I can go and explore options. For college, I have a couple offers, but I don't know. I'm definitely going to go play basketball, but I just don't know at which college.
Okay.
yet, so.
All right.
Can you tell us where the offers are from?
So I've got one from Edison State, one from Oakton, and then one from Carl Sandburg.
All right.
All right.
Ava?
To kind of feed off Cammie a little bit, depending, I don't know what school I want to go to yet, but I do have a few offers. I have Olivet Nazarene University, Hanover, Earlham, and then what's the Kentucky one? I forget that one.
All
But
right.
those are the three main ones. And I want to go for nursing, but some colleges don't allow the nursing for that 4th year just because it's difficult. But my goal is nursing.
I got an Olivet Nazarene story.
I actually just went and watched them play Friday, and it's crazy. They
Is
scored
it-
138 to 62.
Okay.
Wow.
Straight press the
So
entire
the
time.
coach there,
Glenn?
I went and I had them at Taylor University, which Taylor is usually good. And Taylor put 93 points on the board and got beat 40.
Yeah, they run the entire
This
time.
guy, he puts 5 people in every 3 minutes.
Yep.
And if it's 3.5 minutes, Jerry, timeout, substitution timeout. And he'll put 5 in, and he'll turn around and talk to the next 5 coming in. And he never even watches the game. Does not watch the game.
You
That's
gotta
exactly how it
you
is.
got to be able to shoot the three if you're going to play with those
I'll
guys.
tell you what, the tenacious defense, and I mean, they get up and down the floor.
It was,
Fun to watch.
Oh, they
it
are
was
fun
awesome
to watch.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Would
Like
it be fun to play in that system? All right.
full court press, and then they're just like scrappy and
Oh, yeah.
just shot after shot. And then by the third quarter, the other team can't stay up. They're like, "How are we going to come back?" It's
Yeah.
like they already got like 70 points in the first minute and a half, or like something like that. It feels
Yeah,
like.
they're fun to watch. If you ever get a chance to see them play, you got to do it because they're fun. So,
Well, good luck, girls.
Thank
We'll
you.
be there next Tuesday night for opening night. Hey, get out to the gym. These girls deserve your support. You can watch the replay later, Jerry.
Yes.
I've said that a million times if I've said it once. Pack the gym. You know, what would it be like if we could pack the gym every night?
The
Amazing.
energy
It would be amazing.
amazing.
It'd be amazing. So let's pack the gym, folks. Get there next Tuesday night. Go vote. Jerry and I will keep you up to date on the elections.
That's
You know,
right. We'll
have
keep you up
all
on that.
all the latest information, but go see the girls play.
and students, do not forget, you get in free, so there's no excuse not to come to the game.
Absolutely.
We got one last thing.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Mr. Luby.
We have to shout out our favorite math teacher.
You're our favorite
Mr.
math
Luby,
teacher.
you're our
favorite math teacher.
Good job,
See,
Mr. Luby.
Who's Mr. Luby?
He's the one supposed to have the food here, and he didn't.
Yeah, where's he at?
All right. Hey, girls, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Good luck this season, and obviously we'll be there and we'll see you. So
Thank
take
you.
care. Good luck, and don't
Knock
get
on
hurt
wood.
and all that stuff. So, and we're going to take a quick break, come back, and I think we're going to talk some football. And you're watching Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
In this market, finding a home you love and actually closing the deal is a cause for celebration. And it all starts with a competitive edge from First Financial Bank. We'll get you pre-qualified fast so you can get your offer in first. We even offer programs with low down payment options and reduced closing costs. Plus, our friendly local team is always here to help. A bank that's ready to help you find a home and a reason to celebrate, however you choose to. That's First.
Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
So I recommend Dr. Johnson all the time over the years. Many people have come to Dr. Johnson for my recommendations. And if people live 50 miles away and they tell us they have this problem and they're going to have an operation, we say, no, go see our chiropractor, Dr. Johnson.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Sim Hargen Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Are you being bugged about your floral needs? The Leaning Lily, 927 South 9th, is a full-service florist with lots of great gift ideas like wind chimes, potted plants, hanging baskets, teddy bears, and much, much more. Convenient delivery available to residential, the hospital, and local funeral homes. The Leaning Lily has bouquets to say, I love you, to weddings to say, I do. The Leaning Lily, we have you covered. Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle, maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering breakfast, lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City. And welcome back to Knightline Live. And Josh has just made his first error, and we'll be deducting that from his paycheck. So you can't deduct something from nothing, I don't think.
Well,
maybe you can. You owe us now. Hey, welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries. And Rick, I wasn't at the football game, but I did watch the broadcast as much as I could, as I was in different places. Looked like an exciting game.
Well, it was. It was two offensive teams going toe-to-toe. Okay, that's the best I can describe it. It was a tough game to lose. Somebody had to lose. Unfortunately, it was us. We were up in this game, Jerry. We went down, scored minute 54. Okay, and I can remember because I remember looking at the scoreboard. Scored a touchdown, and for some reason we weren't able to get the extra point off. It kept getting blocked, so we were going for two and converting. Okay,
Yeah.
So we went for two, went up by a point, less than 2 minutes, and they came back in 50 seconds. They score. All right, but we've got the ball on about the 38-yard line, something in pretty good field position. And we're moving the ball.
Yes.
Okay. We are moving the ball almost at will, just like both offenses are. So you're thinking, all right, you got a shot, all right, to get the ball down the field. And unfortunately, at around midfield, we lose the ball, and that was the ball game right there. But you can't. I'm gonna say this: great effort by the guys. I mean, coaching staff, great effort. Lapel. They had a quarterback that was real good and some receivers who were 6'3", 6'2", up in that area. And when you get the ball to them, they will catch it.
Yeah.
And so, but we were making some plays. Colton Creech had a great game. Blake Waters had another solid game. And, we're going to look at our Subway player of the game, Dylan Ross. We were carving up their defense on the ground.
Yes.
And, Dylan Ross was the main guy who was doing that. And, once we got inside the 10, the yards were a lot tougher. All right. But, we were scoring. It was tied at half. Nobody led by more than a touchdown or more than one score. That was the most. And unfortunately, Lapel, fortunately for them, unfortunately for us, they won, and they're going to go play Centerville next week. So.
Well, you always sit back in games like this, even in NFL, college, all the same. The team with the ball last, for some reason, always seem to pull it out.
Well, you just needed one stop, okay? And Lapel was able to make that stop. They were able to force a fumble, okay? And that ended the drive. But, they're a good team. They're going to give Centerville all they want. I can tell you that's going to be a game right there.
That's going to be a good ball game.
And so Centerville, honestly, I think Centerville can beat them, all right? But it's going to be tough. All right, Centerville's going to have to play their A game, and I think LaPelle's going to have to play their A game too. So we'll see. And they were big. LaPelle was big along the line. They went 320 and 280. And
that one kid was big.
He was massive, but we were able to carve him up in the running game, even between the tackles. We were getting it done. And Dylan Ross was our Subway player of the game. It's tough. You want to honor kids who have a good game, but it's tough when you lose.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they appreciate it, but
especially when it's the final buzzer.
Final game, final buzzer. So, so Dylan was our Subway player of the game. We got to talk to him after the game. So let's go to that right now, Josh, and see our Subway player of the game, Dylan Ross. Well, welcome to Northeastern. This is our Subway player of the game, Subway Sandwich Shop, with 3 locations in Richmond and 1 in Hagerstown. This is a Subway Sandwich Shop near you. Subway, eat fresh, and I'm here with Subway player of the game for tonight's game, Dylan Ross. Well, Dylan, let's first of all, congratulations on being Subway player of the game. Tough loss, I know. But let's talk about the positives here. We were running the ball, and you were right in the midst of all that. So talk about what the game plan was coming in and how you guys executed.
I mean, we had to really game plan differently. We're missing about 4 or 5 seniors in spots, and all week of practice, we've just been doing everything different. And I mean, we came out here to play our game. We knew they were going to punch us in the mouth, and they did. We came back, and it didn't end up our way, but it was nothing short of a great game.
Yeah. So they had some receivers over there, and they were all 6. Most of them were 6'1", 6'2", and you guys played great ball all year long, but unfortunately you're about 5'8" or 5'6", and they took advantage of that. So we'll talk about that. And, they were good players. They had a good quarterback. So talk about that and going toe-to-toe with this team right here.
I mean, they're a great team. So are we, but it came down to the last second, and they're going to do what they're best at. I mean, throwing it up to the big guys, I mean, that's just what they're capable of. And unfortunately, we weren't the greatest on defense today, but, I mean, all these guys out here played their heart out, and they did everything they could to get us in this outcome. But, I mean, we just fell short of an amazing game.
I know it's disappointing. The sun will definitely come up tomorrow, all right? You're only a junior. You got 1 more year of playing, so look ahead. What are your thoughts as you look ahead?
I mean, first of all, I'd just like to thank every single one of these seniors and how they blessed this season with us. They've just done amazing things, and they will do amazing things. But we got another group of guys coming up. I mean, me and my juniors, we're tough, we're hard nosed, and we got a lot of sophomore depth. So if we're going to be in the lab, we're going to do everything we can to not have this outcome again and make history next year.
All right, get in the weight room. All right. Well, that's been Dylan Ross. I don't know how many yards you had, Dylan, but it's a lot, okay, because you were really carving him up. So that's Dylan Ross. He is our Subway player of the game. Unfortunately, the Knights, in a heartbreaking loss, lose to LaPelle 43-36 in an exciting ball game, but the Knights did come up on the short end of the stick. This has been the Subway player of the game.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries, and I'm sure that Coach Oler. You talked to Coach Oler afterwards, and I would suspect that he was probably dejected a little bit.
Well,
which would be natural.
Yeah, absolutely. If you remember, 2 years ago we played Heritage Christian, which people didn't give us a chance. Okay,
and almost pulled that out.
We should have won that game.
Yeah.
Okay. Feeling was the same, all right? A little bit different circumstances, but the feeling was the same, whether you were a fan or you were the coach or you were a player, similar feeling. And, good on Wes. Win or lose, he's going to be there.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? And it's tough. It's got to be tough. You're rating them. You're saying goodbye to your seniors, and that senior was a big senior class. So, but we did have a chance to talk with Wes in our first Financial Bank Coach's Comment. So, Josh, let's go to Wes and see what he had to say. This is a long video, so here we go. Well, welcome to Northeastern. The Knights lost in the first round to LaPelle 43-36 in an exciting ball game, especially if you're a Bulldog. This is the first Financial Bank coach's comment, First Financial Bank, brought to you by Beth Beatty. If you need a new mortgage or you want to redo an existing mortgage, go see Beth over in Richmond at First Financial Bank. I'm here with Coach Wes Oler. Wes, first of all, thanks for coming by. We're all disappointed. Let's state the obvious there. But talk about the ball game. I mean, we were not overmatched. We were toe-to-toe with these guys, and they had great quarterback play, and they had great receiver play. So talk about the game, how it unfolded. We were up 2. We went up by 1 at the end there, and back they came. And you were there. You saw it all. So
I thought we did a good job striking first. You know, they took the ball, and we got to stop and went down and scored. It was kind of exactly the game I expected. I knew it would be tight. I don't think anybody was ever up by more than a score.
Right.
And again, you know, we said all the time, but up a touchdown, down a touchdown, you know, down 8, our kids just they don't change, they don't waver. There was always belief, and to come down and score too late and get 2 2-point conversions to tie it and then take the lead. I couldn't be more proud. You know, everybody asked all week, you know, what does Lapel look like? And I said, they've got some really good football players, but so do we. I feel like we match up well with them. You know, their strengths are our strengths, and like we were just talking about, I think our defense played really well. I mean, it looks like a game where the defenses don't do a whole lot, but I thought our defense, they just made plays. Their quarterback is really good, and he's better when he's on the move. And we tried like crazy to mix pressure and coverage and drop and keep him contained. But when he's able to get out of the pocket and extend those plays,
he's dangerous.
He's unbelievably dangerous and accurate. And their outside receivers made a couple of catches tonight that were the difference in the game. I mean, he's putting it where only they can catch it, and they're making acrobatic catches. And but our seniors, our 13 seniors, we got 4 on the offensive line. They're going to be tough to replace. And I thought we ran the ball as the game went on. I thought we wore them down up front. You know, we got a lot of guys going both ways, and they hardly have any, a couple. And I thought our conditioning was good, and it was just one of those games where they made the last play. But love our kids, love our effort.
Well, you know, that's good. I'm glad you're saying that. Dylan Ross had a great game running the ball, but he had help. You know, again, they're big. They had some big boys along that defensive front, but we were carving them up and, you know, pretty much having our way in the run game. And then, you know, let's go through a couple of sequences. We come back in the first half to tie it up 14. They come all the way down the field, but huge stop there at the end of the first half because we get the ball started in the second half. So what do you tell your kids at halftime after that sequence right there?
I thought we kind of, even though it was tied, I felt like we won the first half because we had the ball coming out after halftime, and we stopped them a couple times in the red zone. The defense played really well. And, you know, we've got 2 linebackers that are out and a safety that's out. We got sophomores in there, and they all just played their butts off, and you know, hats off to Coach Miller and their program. I thought we played great, and I told Blake after the game I had some flashbacks to Carson Terrell 2 years ago. I mean, Blake just had complete control of the offense. You know, the 1 2-point conversion we called, it's a zone read, and if he sees it on that backside, and I said on the sideline, I said read it, and he pulled it and made the right read, and some of the throws he made tonight were just on the money. I mean, the 2-point conversion and some early ones to Crease, the one to Trent down here right at the pylon. We've been really blessed the last 4 or 5 years of quarterback play, and Blake had an unbelievable season and career.
Well, we had we couldn't kick the ball tonight for some. We had a leak in the line there somewhere. I don't know. You'll look at the film and figure that out. But we were converting on those 2-point conversions, and those yards we saw how tough they were to come inside like the 10-yard line. Tough yards, but we were making the plays, and, you know, you go up with a little over under 2 minutes left, and, you know, that's a long time for these guys.
Especially no huddle team that throws it well.
So, all right. So I'm going to Colton Creech, you know, you can't say enough about Colton. These guys, I'm going to miss somebody here, but, you know, Cameron Crawford, Steinberger, the guys that get dirty and get down.
That's what Thane and Zane have been on our sideline for 8 or 9 years,
Yep.
ball boys, and 4 unbelievable years as football players. We're going to miss all 13 of these guys.
Oh, I know it. Zane Snyder's another one. I mean, I'm going to miss somebody. You got, Shoemaker.
Yep.
Just go right on down the line. Gray, who was hurt, and Logan White. Unfortunately, couldn't be with it. Couldn't
Colson
be.
Pennington.
Pennington was out. I mean, we were missing some key spots. But on the bright side, I thought Dakota May stepped in and did a tremendous job.
Corbin Isaacs as well.
Corbin Isaacs. These guys will be back.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know you don't want to think about next year yet. That's a long ways away. But Wes, hey, Tri-Eastern Conference, undefeated. I know it doesn't mean much right now, but you'll sit back when you're an old guy like me at some point and, realize the success. It's coming, all right? That sectional title is coming, my friend, and I hope you're here to guide him to it. So,
me too.
Good effort. I'll tell you what, Lapel's going home happy they're on the winning side of this one, all right? Because it was, it wasn't guaranteed.
Yep.
So anyways, all right, Wes. So that's going to be our last time for this year. And
appreciate the coverage and all the time.
Well,
you guys put
you
in.
know what? Thank you for being available. All right. All right. That's been Coach Wes Oler. And this has been the First Financial Bank Coaches Conference.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astral Industries. And Rick, great interview with Coach.
Gracious in victory and gracious in defeat, and it was a tough loss, Jerry. It really was. You get a feel for these guys, but, congratulations, undefeated regular season Tri-Eastern Conference champions. Maybe something to build on. We'll see what happens. Next year's a new year. And for us, though, Jerry, we're on to basketball.
Yep.
I mean, right around the corner. A week from tomorrow night, we'll be broadcasting the first girls game against Adams Central, and they're coming to town. I know we got to wrap, but I would like to say a little bit about the cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
They're in their competition season, and we love our cheerleaders around here. We really do. So they qualified. November 9th, they'll be at Newcastle, and if you've never gone to a competition, these are fun events.
They're fun events.
And they're loud,
Oh, yeah.
and there's a lot of energy, and Newcastle is a famous place. So, and that's where they are, in the field house. They'll have a morning routine, and I believe the morning will be their timeout routine. And the afternoon, they'll do a traditional. You can check their Facebook page, Northeastern Knights Cheerleaders or something like that.
Yeah.
Check their Facebook page. And so good luck to them. Congratulations and good luck, because I know they've been working hard. So.
Yep. Well, I think that's going to be a wrap, Rick. And so we'll see everybody next Tuesday night. If you cannot make it out to the girls' basketball game, tune in to the Knights Broadcasting Network.
And we'll be back Monday night.
And we'll all be back Monday night before that. So we got another Monday night coming.
Yeah.
We have any guests lined up?
We got a guest, our new analyst, who's going to be working boys basketball.
Top
with you.
secret.
All right, we'll keep it a secret.
We'll keep it top secret. We'll announce that next Monday. Top secret. I mean, this is like getting Dick Vitale. So I'm just saying.
But better.
But better.
But better.
So anyway, we'll be back. And for Josh, our executive producer tonight, thank you. Only one mistake, so life was wonderful. And for Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton. And you know what? It's been another good